Hello my friends, thanks for joining me today. Today I am making hidden paperclip bookmarks and I'm going to use these vintage cards to do so. As you can see, I have chosen some scrapbook paper to coordinate with the cards. These are super easy to make and I hope that you will grab some of your goodies and make some too. Not only can you use these as bookmarks, but you can pop these in a junk journal, in a regular journal, even in a scrapbook, and tuck little papers or photos underneath them. The first thing you'll need to do is decide how large you want your bookmark to be, and you're going to want to go ahead and cut your paper to that size. But remember that you're going to be folding it in half, so keep that in mind when you're deciding on a size and how long to cut your paper. I have decided to use my decorative punch on the ends of this particular piece, and this is going to be the top piece. One thing that you can do to add like a little bit of an extra decorative effect is you can cut one of your pieces a little bit longer than the other so that the underneath piece shows through. So to be sure to make this clear, you're going to need two pieces of paper, and one can be a little bit shorter than the other one if you want. Take your first piece of paper, that should be your larger one, and fold it in half and put your paper clip on it. You can use a glue adhesive, but I do use my hot glue because I feel like it fills in the gaps really nicely around the paper clip, which is kind of bulky when you think about it. So I'm taking my hot glue side and I'm putting that down on top of my second piece of paper. Now you can see those papers there have some regular glue on them, but I am using my hot glue again right around the paper clip. I'm folding that down and now we have a hidden paper clip. I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and round the corners. Now I'm going to take my vintage playing card and I'm going to add that to this hidden paper clip. And as you guys know, I always scratch up my cards with a piece of sandpaper to make sure that it will adhere properly. Be sure that if you sand your cards that you go ahead and wipe off the stuff that you sanded, and that will help to be sure that you get good adhesion. I'm going to go ahead and use my clothespins to hold the card in place while the glue dries. I feel like it needs a little ink around the edges just to give it a little punch, so I'm going to do that real quick. Once I'm finished with that, I'm going to go ahead and add an embellishment to the other side, and that way I won't have a plain side. I'll have the card on one side, and then I'll have the embellishment on the other side. I want to add one more detail to this bookmark, so I'm going to add this little deer. And remember, because these are bookmarks, I can't really get 3D. We want to keep everything flat. Well, now that this one's done, let's go ahead and try it on a piece of paper. See how it's tight right there at the top? Well, that's where the paper clip is, and that's what keeps it secure. So this first hidden paperclip bookmark is all finished. Now I'm going to make a second one. I did this one in a little bit of a different order. So I started with the card. This is also a vintage playing card. So I'm starting by matting the card. Before I adhere the card to the scrapbook paper that I have cut to size, I'm going to sand it up just like I did the first one. I'm doing the top piece of the hidden paperclip first, so this is not the piece that gets the paperclip on it. This is the piece that's going to go over top of that. So I am adhering the vintage playing card to this piece. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and cut the piece that the paperclip is going to go on. I'm going to use this one sort of as a template. I'm putting it on top of the paper that I'm going to use. This was just some scrap paper that's been on my desk. So I'm marking it to size. You're not going to see this paper. It's going to be completely covered. So it doesn't matter that there's a pattern on it. So I've marked it to size. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. Now I'm going to fold that in half and attach the paper clip. I made some hidden paper clips for junk journals for my Enchanted Fairy collab, and I noticed that they were really tight. So you see here, I took one of my tools and I put it up in there, and that was just to loosen the paper clip, if you will. And it's not truly loosened, it's just making it so that you don't have to struggle when you're taking it on and off of a book page, but it will still be very, very secure. Now it is time to glue these two pieces together. I'm going to go around all of the outer edges with my Aleene's tacky glue, and then just like the first time, I'm going to use my hot glue right around the paperclip area. I glue one side at a time just to make sure everything goes in the right place. So as you can see, I'm just doing the top part, then I'll flip this over and I'll do the other side as well. I want to be sure to mention to you guys that my friend Kathy of Kathy's Favorite Things, she is the one who inspired me to make some hidden paper clips, and then I realized I could use them as bookmarks as well. So thank you, Kathy, for all of the inspiration. They are both finished, my friends. We're going to try this one on a journal page here, but we're going to pretend it's a book page, and then I'll show you both of them one more time. I want to thank you for being here and spending some time here today. I hope that if you've never made a hidden paperclip that you'll do it. I was kind of intimidated to try it until I realized how easy it was. So again, you can use these as bookmarks, you can use them in your journals. They're a ton of fun to make. They're a great way to give up scraps and use up some of your ephemera. Well friends, thanks for watching. See you soon.